Earlier in the program, I spoke to Red Bridge Group Director Simon Welsh about some similarities in the way Australian and American voters are responding to major parties and the politics, all politicians. Unhappy with the cost of living, housing crisis, the state of healthcare, people are seeking alternative, disruptive solutions. Now, Simon says we're probably a long way off getting a figure like Donald Trump in power, but it seems there is an appetite here, even in Australia, for someone who might disrupt the status quo.
Most Australians sort of sit in this very pragmatic approach, which is, yep, okay, we want you to turn the sort of status quo upside down. That'd be great, but you've got to have pragmatic policies for how you're going to do that aren't going to sort of speak to an anxiety in people that, you know, when they hear that sort of, you know, populist sort of disruption and just upsetting the status quo for the sake of upsetting the status quo, what they hear is people getting hurt. What they fear is, you know, is the uncertainty and the anxiety that comes with that.
Joining me now is James Campbell from the Herald Sun. James, great to see you. It was interesting, Simon Welsh at the end of that interview also spoke about, you know, these baked-in views of Albanese and this government. It's really hard to change voters' minds. So they'll be asking themselves, what is the point of the Albanese government and why do they deserve a second term? How's that going to go down in Victoria?
Well, I think what's clouding things in Victoria, particularly at the moment, is the very, very, very unpopular state government. You know, obviously our economy is not travelling as well as some parts of Australia. We have a huge amount of government debt. There's a general anxiety in the community down here about the direction of the state, and there's a real potential for the federal government to be punished for the sins of the state government. More broadly, I agree with Simon. I think Albanese's problem at the moment is that he's running out of runway. We're almost at the end of the year politically. There's going to be a couple of months where people are tuned out. Then we're coming back. He's got to try and focus people's minds on why he should be re-elected. And I think there's a sense that those of us who have been waiting for the kind of pivot to come from this government, when are they really going to wake up to themselves and get their political skates on? And it's starting to dawn on us that there might be no pivot coming. It's certainly starting to dawn on some of the backbenchers that there's no pivot coming, and I don't think they're all that thrilled about it.